Welcome to Talking on Toilets.
Wow.
We got to be in the 40s now, right?
Sure. Right? I think we're at 38, and this is a couple down the road.
38, 39, 41.
42.
This is 42, I think.
Wow.
That's crazy.
They said it wouldn't last.
Yeah, they did.
Who's they? They're not here. They don't care.
No. All right, so what do you got for me? What's new? What's exciting?
Oh, you know what's exciting? Is that science is a bunch of bullshit. That's what's exciting.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. Two fucking stupid articles, that we received a radio wave in our world, they say is 8 billion years old.
Really? From somewhere else?
I guess.
Apparently radio waves never dissipate.
How do they fucking know it's 8 billion years? It goes like this. I don't know.
Depends what it says. Maybe it says I'm 8 billion years old.
Hi, if you're getting this.
I was born.
Yeah. I call bullshit. I think they just make up a number.
If it did say that on the radio wave, what would it say?
Right. Like,
I'm 7.998
if you're
billion
hearing
BCE. Like, how would they know
right.
BCE?
Right. If you're hearing this, I started 8 billion years ago.
Yeah.
But, like, how did it
Are
happen?
they saying it came from the Big Bang?
They're not saying anything.
It's just hush hush.
Just saying it came. We got an 8.
We heard some things.
This thing came.
We heard these things.
So we got a microphone out there just picking this shit up?
Maybe.
I mean, check it.
Well, I'm going to check this out. I'm interested now.
Bullshit is what it is to me. Billion Chinese people. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
An 8 billion year old radio signal reaches Earth. Bullshit.
2 days ago. These guys are 4 days behind everybody else.
So maybe they just got the radio wave.
See, that's how it happens. All right, sometime today, please.
Let's hear the bullshit they come up with.
All right. This better not be a video.
Astronomers have detected a mysterious blast of radio waves that have taken 8 billion years to reach Earth.
That's it? You're not going to read the rest?
Yeah, well, the fast radio burst is one of the... something that was scrolled ahead. An intense millisecond-long burst of radio. A millisecond. From unknown origins. Come on. The first was done in 2000.
Pop up.
Oh, my God.
Back to the beginning.
Who knows?
Take 2.
Discovered in 2007 was the first one, and since then hundreds of these quick cosmic flashes have been detected, coming from distant points.
Oh, they're a
across
premature flasher is what they are.
Bullshit. It's not true. They gave it a name? It lasted a millisecond. Less than a millisecond.
They're premature ejaculators.
So it's a... It's not even... It's like...
The burst... FRB 2022-06-108.
So then it disappears. It doesn't go past us? Or is that what that means?
It released the equivalent of our sun's energetic emissions over the course of 30 years. So it ejaculated all over us for 30 years.
So you're saying this big, gigantic blast, and by the time it got to us, it was a millisecond long? It was that powerful? But what's it from? They're not saying. They ain't talking.
I don't know.
It sounds like bullshit.
It does.
It's a gajillion years old.
Gajillion is one of my favorite numbers.
Right, they just come up with stuff.
I remember when there was all these kids living here. 2 of them were mine, by the way.
Sure. It happens.
Just to cut out the legal issues.
It's a hard knock life. Well, it was like Annie in this place. The orphanage.
I remember when the biggest number they could think of was 100. They were like, yeah, but I could do that times 100.
Okay.
Like, there's so many bigger numbers than 100.
Yeah, but go ahead, kid.
Yeah.
Do it 100 times.
Nah, it's just funny.
Right.
That's as much as they could scope their brains. To little mush brains.
So we don't know what that is.
We
don't know where
don't.
it came from. 8 billion years away. Where's 8 billion years take us? Bullshit is what it is. It's not true.
Yeah, you tell them.
Oh, Mike heard it. Did you hear it, Mike? Yep, I heard it. Millisecond.
Yeah. I can't. It's not saying anything.
No. More light. Oh, back up a little bit. More faster. The more diffuse gas it reveals between the galaxies. This is known as a Marquardt relation. Some recent fast radio bursts appear to break this relationship. Our measurements confirm that the Marquardt relation holds out to beyond half the known universe. Huh? Bullshit. It's a bunch of fucking lies. It's big radio trying to get you to believe that radio's still a thing.
They're just trying to say they're worth listening to.
Right. Sounds.
We last forever.
Fishy. That's my first bullshit science one.
All right. You got more bullshit science?
Yeah, and oddly enough, they use the number 8 again, which is suspicious to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They, like, found a river in Antarctica that's 8 million years old. Bullshit. How do they know? How old's the Earth? More than 8 million years?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, dinosaurs were older than that.
I don't know.
They were.
But they found how did they figure out that this river's 8 million years old?
You asked the deep questions. How old is the Earth? Let's go there first.
Let's start with the easy one. The easy lie.
4.5
There you
billion years.
Bullshit. So that thing started 3 billion years before us and finally got to us.
You said 8.
8 million year old river.
Why did get rid of all that?
8 million year old
million
bullshit.
year old river.
It's not true. Can't be.
They have discovered an ancient river landscape.
Hidden beneath the
A
The
sheet.
ice. Well, I mean, like, did they think Antarctica's going to live forever?
It lives on in our hearts.
R.I.P. Antarctica. Because the ice is melting. Like, isn't that normal? Look, that ice has been there for 34 million years. Don't you think that's a good run?
That's enough.
Right? I mean,
right,
it was
we're
warm,
done.
and then for 34 million years it was cold. So now we're on the way back. Like, so like,
Oh, look at that. 34 million years ago, it had a climate like South America.
right. So what I'm saying is we had a good run at 34 million. Why are we trying to save it? Is it just because that's all we know?
I
You know what I mean? Like, they put all this pressure on environmentalism.
yeah.
We need electric cars. We can't do it. But why? Maybe that's our destiny. If we're in the simulation.
Dude, we can't rock the boat. We want what we want.
We want it to all melt.
We want beachfront property.
Right. You mean to tell me if somebody starts telling you it's 70 and sunny in Antarctica, more people are going to start moving out that way? Thinning the herd? A little room for everybody?
Sure.
I mean, like, maybe our time is due. We had a good 34 million seems like a good run.
Nobody wants to hear that, dude.
Yeah, but they're saying 34 million, and then they come up with these bullshit numbers. Another 3 million, it's going to be a mess here. I think it's pretty good. 3 million years. Fuck it. Let's ride it out. I firmly believe there's no way we're going to speed up 3 million years.
You mean lengthen it
Well,
so we don't die?
No, but I'm saying both ways. I'm saying there's no way all of us still driving gas-powered cars, using coal, using nuke power, whatever, is going to speed up that 3 or 4 million year time frame. And if it does, who cares?
The people who are gonna die.
Yeah, you tell me who's going to be living in 4 million years. Nobody you know.
No, they're saying it's gonna be quicker than that. I think that's the argument, right?
But it ain't going to be.
I don't think so. Because, well, you know, that's the big debate, right?
Right.
There are people who say the more carbon that's in the air, the warmer it gets down here, and it causes plant growth, and it cleans the oxygen and all.
Right. So what's wrong with plants?
Nothing, but there's the other side that doesn't make money if that's true,
Right.
right? If carbon is good, they don't make the money.
Right.
And they can't control you.
I mean, the
Yeah,
first
we're
thing.
going down a rabbit hole here.
I mean, you think about when you buy.
Control and torture.
Yeah, so when you make a fish tank, the first thing you do is put in a carbon filter.
Yeah.
So what's carbon's not bad. Don't seem bad to me.
Mm-mm.
And even if it's 50,000 years, who cares? And look at, we each live for, let's say, we all live 100 years at a time,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
So 34, let's say 30,000 years, it's a pretty long time. Right?
Sure.
How many generations is that? Quick math, right? 10 generations is 1,000 years. 100 generations would be 10,000 years.
Times 3.
Right. So 300,000 generations from now, we're going to worry about the planet burning
No,
out?
it can't be. You said 300,000.
Well, right. Well, let's see. Like I said, 30,000 years, and in 10 years, say 3 million generations. If we all lived to only be 100,
Oh, man.
man, I really got that brain cooked.
Math.
300 years. 300 generations.
That's it?
Yeah, because you got to take the zeros off.
Well, I'm saying if we all live for 100, right?
Yeah.
So in 10 years, that's 1,000 generations. That's 100 generations, right? We all live for 100 years.
Yeah.
Every
In 1,000 years, that's 10,
10 generations.
Yeah.
So in then 10,000 years,
100 generations.
in
Times 3. So 300 generations.
Okay.
That's what I said.
All right, so you're good at math.
Fucking A.
Listen, it's all part of the scam. So 300 generations from now, you don't know 3 generations of your family, maybe
Right.
4, right?
Yeah.
And you got to use the Jehovah's Witnesses to get that for you with the ancestry and all that.
Sure.
They own that.
Ancestry.com.
Mm-hmm. Or
What about the other one?
23andMe, I think they own. They own one of them.
Okay.
So they got your spit.
Yeah, I would never do that.
I did it once.
Did you?
2% Jewish. I don't know where that comes from. Couple percent sub-Saharan.
That's the arguing part.
That's right. And then the rhythm is from the 5% sub-Saharan.
Nice.
You know.
So, did they ever come knocking on your door?
No, they used to. Remember? And he'd blast the Slayer.
Yeah.
Excuse me? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Wasn't Prince Jehovah?
I think so.
Yeah. Look where that got him.
Jehovah and fentanyl, right?
Yeah. Good mix.
Sure.
Isn't that contradicting, right? Because they don't believe in blood transfusions and drugs and stuff.
Maybe that's why he checked out early.
Well, but I mean, if he's
God wasn't happy.
yeah, but if he's taking drugs on the slide, then he's not really doing his Jehovah part. Think Prince knocked on your door at something? Well, not yours, but somebody's.
If Prince knocked at my door,
Would you convert?
he did like a little spin move.
Yeah, yeah.
And then whipped out the little brochure
Yeah,
that
the
they have.
shoes on and the ruffles.
Yeah.
Would you join then?
No.
What if
Not
they
at all.
said to you, "Hey, you might be Prince. He's one of us.
Sure.
One of us.
Yeah.
One of
Yeah.
Just like freaks. You never know. What would be enticing?
You
What
think
would
that's how they get people into Scientology? Like they think they're gonna meet Tom Cruise?
probably? I used to see those people every day
Yeah.
on my way to school.
Oh yeah. Well, you lived in L.A.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Every day. Want to take a personality test? Nope. I got a great personality. You don't need to know about it. Every day. And there'd be people in there.
Yeah.
I think they would offer cookies or something to get them in there. I think one person went like 3 meetings that we knew of.
Yeah. Somebody you went to school with?
Yeah. He said that I think he bailed out when they did the thing where they yell at each other. They just insult each other from across the table. They kind of start to desensitize them, almost like military-ish. Like just say the worst thing you can say to another person, and they say it back, and you can't
Why
get
did you
angry.
go back the other 2 times?
I don't know. Maybe they're giving them cookies.
Maybe they did have cookies.
Yeah, I don't know.
He
Hey,
was
we-
a poor
They
musician.
were
He
up,
was
yeah,
like,
nobody had money to eat. So,
Yeah.
so maybe that was what he did to eat.
How'd
but-
you like a nice roast beef sandwich?
Yeah. Like, what we got
Come back
there?
next week.
Yeah. If you every room you get in, you get something more.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
want, or they give you like oatmeal cookies and you're fucking or sugar cookie, you're fucking dry. You want milk? See you tomorrow.
Come back next week.
Just keep. I wonder how many
How
people.
long do you think you could hold a dry cookie in your mouth?
Not a
Without
week.
Swallowing.
It would go rotten, wouldn't it?
No.
Well, if you just
your
held it,
saliva would
I was
just
just
melt
saying,
it away.
eventually it would
Right?
break down. But you have to walk around with it and just talk.
Yeah.
What's in your mouth? Cookie.
Yeah, but no milk. You'd be like, and then they'd backhand you. They'd start yelling at you from across the table.
How many people do you think actually join religions because a famous person's in the religion?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are suckers, man. They do all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
They change their votes.
They
The
believe
way
in
they
it.
dress, the way they cut their hair,
Right.
all kinds of stuff. The way famous people do.
Mm-hmm. Do you think there'd ever be a reason for you to join some weird religion?
For me to join?
Yeah,
them?
yeah. Like,
No.
you think anybody could ever make an argument
For what?
to like make you a believer of something, like that, spiritual, like religious?
I believe things.
I know you believe things, but I mean, like, get you in a room with other people who believe the same thing.
I don't have a problem with belief. I have a problem with donating money.
Mm-hmm. I agree with
that. Ceremony and rules, which seem to have no basis for anything. There's just kind of man-made stupidity.
It's true.
And I also have a problem with the lack of proof,
That's the big one.
concrete proof.
Right.
Right.
There's no proof. Is there? There's bits and pieces, but they don't know if they're real, right?
What are the bits and pieces?
Like the thing that they wrap Jesus in. His impression is on it.
But is it Jesus or is it somebody else?
They
You
say
don't
it's
know.
Jesus because the crown of thorns is imprinted on it and all that stuff.
Maybe that was the court jester.
They doctored it up.
Maybe that's the jester's crown. Who knows?
They count the Monet. You got the fake one?
Yeah. You don't know what's on that guy's head. I mean,
Listen.
what they did back then.
I don't either.
Unless you follow the book that somebody wrote
Right. Which has been changed a few times.
a bunch of times.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think anything could really get me to go. You really need proof. I would need proof. Do you believe in aliens more than religion? Like the pyramids, let's say. You believe in
You're saying, do I believe in aliens more than I believe in the existence of God?
right, or whatever, or the whole path to God. You don't believe in the guy.
Path to God?
Oh,
You mean
all the parts.
act correctly and you get to heaven?
No, yeah, well, that part sounds like shit. But I mean, like, all the parts. Like, okay, there were disciples. There was a guy that was saying that my dad's
You're
telling
talking
me
about
this stuff.
Christianity.
Right,
specifically.
or
All right.
whatever, or Judaism, pick one.
All right.
Hinduism. I mean, Hinduism's got like 70 gods, right?
I think so.
Right. So, I'm saying there's got to be proof somewhere of these things, right? Or is it just proof that a carnival barker started it and everybody believed it? We'll
Well,
never know, right?
The Bible was written by a bunch of different people over hundreds of years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that makes it a little bit suspect to begin with.
Sure.
I don't know, translating from one language to another, to another, to another, to
Mhm.
another over hundreds of years.
Right. They don't have.
To me, the stories have some, I'm not trying to shit on their religion, but it's kind of like Aesop's fables, right?
Mm-hmm.
If something happens, and then they show you what could have done better,
Right.
right, to get a
Mhm.
better result. Which is that's all well and good,
Right.
There's nothing in there that's, some of it's bad. Some of it's bad. Allowing people to go to village, killing in the name of God. That's not good.
Pestilence.
Yeah,
and
that sounds.
all that stuff gets a little
That
weird.
sounds like bullshit to me.
But I mean, like,
But the moral part is all good. But I don't know if it actually happened.
right.
I think they're just stories.
Do you think miracles actually happen? I don't know. Like the guy turned to fish.
You were born, John, and that was a miracle.
It was. Doesn't make any sense to me how we grow things like that. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a miracle. Sure, birth
Sure.
is a miracle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean, there's those things that people.
we're a crazy machine, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
you breathe in oxygen, you eat food,
Mm-hmm.
it turns it into energy, then you shit and piss out the rest.
Right.
It's
The
and you
waste.
sweat all the time. it's a weird.
You have thought.
You got juice in your eyes just to blink.
You have thought.
You get wax in your ears. Like your body produces all kinds of strange stuff. You grow, you shrink.
Emotions.
Yeah, we're a weird, crazy machine. Who built us? I don't know.
Right.
Did anybody build us? I don't know.
I don't know. Did we evolve from something? I don't know. Did we evolve from fish?
We're Tinker Toys.
Right. So, like, do you think we're going to keep evolving? Like, let's say, like I said, there's only 30,000 years left. I don't know what the number is. Could be 50 million.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, we're on this 34 million kick. We start melting everything, warming up. Do we evolve? Do you think we evolve again into something else? We become fish peoples and we're spending more time in the water?
30,000 years?
Let's say 34 million.
Now, 34 million, who knows? You could be anything in 34
But do you
million,
think
right?
we will? Right. Do you think...
I think humans have only been on the planet for like 1.5 million or something like that.
Like, I don't think we'll
Right.
ever see any... We haven't seen... Have we seen any evolvement of people?
Well, we're getting taller.
Are we?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you look at the average height for people around the Civil War, like the 1870s or something, it was like 5'7", was like tall.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And now we got 7-foot dudes. So,
Okay.
yeah.
That's just from breeding and
Probably just, yeah.
different things we ate, different things.
Who knows?
But do you think we'll...
You would think it would have a purpose, right? Like,
right.
the fruit is higher in the trees or something, so you had to
Right.
grow taller to reach it, right?
Right.
So we didn't have to make ladders.
Maybe.
God was like, no ladders for you folks. Get taller.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Figure it out.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't either. Like,
But things change.
will we see any change before we're dead? Probably not.
But I think earlier incarnations of humans, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were like stronger,
Right.
and then we got weaker, and
Because we didn't have machines to rely on. You
no,
wanna
I
move
mean
a
like
rock?
like
But
Neanderthals
that's what I'm
and
saying.
stuff like that. Yeah,
If
they
you
were
want to
like
move a rock, you got to move a rock.
yeah, they were more ape-like, I guess. So you had to be just stronger to survive.
Sure.
And then our brain developed, and we figured out how to build shelters and weapons and stuff, and then we didn't have to do shit, so we got soft.
Didn't have to pull the rock, put it on a wheel, roll it around.
Right.
But I mean, so
saber tooth. Something like that.
right.
Yeah.
So that's what they say. They talk about pyramids and shit, so they don't know how that's built, right? They think it's men,
Right.
but they can't prove it, right? They can't prove how that happened. So what's the
They don't even know how old they are, so
right? So where did they come from?
so much arguments about all that stuff.
It makes no sense.
The arguments?
None of it makes any sense.
Well, because nobody knows.
Right. So then
You'll
why
never know.
So then why do we believe
It's
anything?
just guesses, right?
Right. So why do we believe that 8 million year old river,
They believe it.
8 billion year old signal?
Well, the news doesn't care. They just need
No.
to put something on the page
sure.
to
They
get clicks.
got,
Right?
every day they got a blank page they got to fill up.
Exactly.
Right.
But the scientists think that there's a 1,000,000-year-old river. Okay. I didn't even read this thing, but
I know, but I'm saying, but
I think it's dry. I think it's a dry river.
I would hope so.
Yeah. I don't think it's actually moving. Like
No.
when you tell me there's an 8 million-year-old river,
Right.
to me that means it's been flowing for 8 million
No.
years.
They think it's a riverbed now.
Then they should say it's a riverbed,
Right.
not a river.
Unless maybe it's been trickling under the ice. It's warm enough down there. It just keeps trickling, drip
Well,
by
if,
drip.
if the whatchamacallit, if the glaciers have been there 34 million years,
right.
yeah, why wouldn't you have an 8 million-year-old river?
I don't know.
They gotta be melting for.
But I mean, you can't test that. I feel that's bullshit. Can't,
You would think that it would cut through.
like the Grand Canyon,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That kind of thing.
yeah. I mean, that would be huge, right? If for a river to run for 8 million years.
Sure, you would think that there would be a big hole in the ice.
Yeah, super slice,
Mhm.
right? Yeah.
But that's what I mean. I mean, people are like, they worry about this bullshit that might not matter. You had your run.
Because of the global warming and
Yeah, fuck it.
everything.
Mm-hmm. You sweat a little. Get over
Sweat
it.
a little. You know what the problem is that it won't happen. I think people believe it won't happen quickly. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
it'll be like it'll get really hot and desertification. I guess is that the word?
I'll buy it.
Will start spreading, and then farmland will be less. So there'll be less food. There'll be starvation. There'll be riots and all kinds of shit. And that'll happen over hundreds of years. It'll just get worse and worse.
So
and
the
worse
upheaval will get worse, right?
Right. But you would think at some point we would figure out how to make underground greenhouses or greenhouse in a cave or something. You know what I mean? Something.
Right. You would think that somebody's trying to figure that part out. Is anybody being proactive?
If it's going to take 30,000 years to get there, our brains are also going to develop for 30,000 years.
Right.
So we should be able to figure it out.
Maybe
even by that time we'll be bouncing off to the moon or whatever.
Yeah, zipping around.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
Right. Fucking up other planets.
Sure.
Or moons.
That's what they're there for.
I wonder how
just fucking rocks anyway.
I wonder how long how long it would take us to fuck up the moon.
Isn't it already fucked up?
No, I mean once we start living there.
Kind of looks like Camden, right?
When's the first porn shop gonna open up in the moon?
It's a little East Orange over here.
If we get to the
there's a porn shop on the moon.
Right. You know, because that's what's gonna happen. Liquor store, porn shop.
Yeah. But they they have a crater with the beads across it. You just go in there.
I mean, and people would probably still complain, like, you got to the moon. I don't know how long it takes to fly to the moon. And then you set up shop there, and all of a sudden, your kids are complaining the internet's too slow. We just got to the fucking moon. Take it easy. How long does it take to get to the moon? Ask Sinatra.
3 days.
3 days. So that's like being on a boat.
240,000 miles.
Okay.
So that's 80,000 miles a day.
You're going pretty fast.
That's pretty fast. We gotta do a little math.
So 80,000 divided by 24. As we come to a close.
3,333 miles an hour.
But you probably don't feel it until you crash into something.
Yeah, well, you're in the thing. You're also moving at that speed. So.
Right. So you don't think about it.
If you hit an asteroid,
Yeah,
you come to zero real fast.
Yeah. You'll know what that 3,000 miles feels like when you go through the windshield.
Yeah, you'll be Smuckers before you even know it.
Smuckers. How many people die before we get to the moon? We'll leave it on the happy thought.
Yeah. My guess?
Yeah.
On the way there,
right,
as we all decide to get off the planet,
right,
like a mass exodus of people.
Let's say, we decide to build the moon up.
Uh-huh.
How many people die to do that, to make that happen?
Oh, 2 million.
I was going to say 4. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I think, we're going to lose a lot of people.
But think of the elbow room.
Oh, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
If we can wait
the
it
traffic.
out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How great would it be? Just, you figure 4 million's a dent. So
exactly.
On that.
It's a hangnail.
If you get the opportunity, please go to the moon.
Start now.
Yes.
Pack now. All right, folks. TOT!
See ya!